Hi, I'm Whitney, and I'm here to do some yoga with you. This sequence of postures is intended to engage, strengthen, and uplift the abdominal muscles and the pelvic floor. This series is also designed with special consideration to individuals who are experiencing low back pain. All of the series that I'm going to share forever will be sensitive to individuals with low back pain, but some series are going to be more accessible than others. So in the future, I will make videos with postures that are more intense, and I'll call out cues for people who need special accommodation. But this series is going to be entirely seated, and it's designed to be more accessible, particularly for people who have mild to perhaps moderate low back pain. Of course, you want to get that checked on. Talk to your doctor, and make sure that yoga is safe and appropriate for where you are. I will be calling out postures to protect either way, but be safe. Okay, if you don't have low back pain, or if you don't require any special accommodation, then consider this an easy or somewhat moderate abdominal yoga workout. We will be toning pelvic floor and abdominal muscles through this sequence. And again, if you don't require any accommodation, then feel free to pause the video when we get to the plank series and consider holding your plank poses for longer. Plank poses can be held for a minute, although given the accommodations I'm going to make here for people with low back pain, I'm not going to hold these postures for more than 30 seconds. Okay, now before we get started, we're going to discuss bandhas very briefly. Bandhas, which in Sanskrit means lock or bind. Bandha is a series of muscular contractions in yoga that are intended to tighten or close off areas of the body, or to lock in energy. There are several bandhas, but today we're only going to discuss two of them. The Mula Bandha, which engages your root area, so pelvic floor and lower abdominals, and the Uddiyana Bandha, which engages the rest of the abdomen, so middle and upper abdominal muscles. We are going to be doing bandhas. There are many reasons for doing this, and I'll speak more about them in the future, but the Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha, using them is great for grounding and for generating confidence, a deep-seated confidence or a peace within your body. You might be familiar with other reasons or have your own reasons for wanting to tone these areas, but and there are so many, but we approach them today together with an intention of grounding, becoming more rooted into our natural peace, into gratitude. Today, I'm shooting this the day after Thanksgiving, and becoming more present and calm and feeling stronger in our bodies, in our hearts, and in our minds. Okay, so Mula Bandha, in order to engage that, we are going to practice engaging on an exhale. So I invite you to join me now. I'm going to take an inhale. And on the exhale, I am lifting the pelvic floor. I'm engaging the pelvic floor and engaging the lower abdomen. And I'll hold this for a few seconds, which is comfortable for me, but release it at any time if that's appropriate for you. When you're ready, relax and inhale. Let's try it again. So when you're ready, take a nice inhale. On the exhale, lift the pelvic floor, engage or scoop the lower abdomen. And when you're ready, relax and inhale. And now we're going to do the Uddiyana Bandha. So again, take a nice inhalation, and on the exhale, engage what we usually think of as the abdomen. We usually don't engage the lower abdomen. So middle and upper abdomen. Scoop, lift the middle and upper abdomen. And when you're ready, relax and inhale. Let's try it again. So again, when you're ready, take a nice full inhalation, and on the exhale, scoop, lift the middle abdominal region and lift and engage the upper abdomen. You can hold this for a few seconds if you're comfortable, or release it. When you are ready, release and inhale. Now, one more thing we're going to try is engaging both the Mula Bandha and the Uddiyana Bandha at the same time. As I practice this series, I'm going to be engaging both, but I'll try to make sure that I let you know which of the bandhas is most important when I am engaging bandhas and inviting you to engage bandhas. We're not going to use the bandhas in every posture, trust me, but for the abdominal postures, there are going to be lots of opportunities to engage bandhas, partly to help stabilize the low back. So that's why we're doing this. And if you would like to try now, we're going to try engaging the pelvic floor, lower abdomen, Mula Bandha, as well as the middle and upper abdominal areas, Uddiyana Bandha, at the same time. When you're ready, inhale. And on the exhale, lift the lower abdomen, scoop, lift the pelvic floor, engage the pelvic floor, engage the middle and upper abdominals. And whenever you're ready, release and inhale. If you're familiar with bandhas, you can hold them while you're breathing, but I'm not going to teach the breathing portion of how to manage your breath fully and adequately while engaging all of these muscles today. It is a challenge for a lot of people to breathe fully and engage their bandhas. So we'll move on from there. All right. So let's begin with our warm-up. We're going to begin with neck shoulder rolls. Place your hands, your fingertips on top of your shoulders and bring your elbows together. Inhale, roll the elbows up towards the ceiling, and exhale, come down and begin to inhale as you come back to center. And keep going. Reach up as you inhale. As you start to bring the elbows down to the sides, now you're going to exhale. Bring the elbows together, come back to center. And we'll keep going. You can look up on the inhale, come back to center, and you can look down if that feels appropriate as the elbows touched, and come back to center. Let's do a couple more. Move with your breath. One more. Okay. If you want to adjust here and take a little stretch, feel free. We're going to stretch the sides of the neck now. So inhale and raise the right arm up overhead. Straighten, reach up through the top of the head, through the crown. Exhale, release the right palm to the left side of the head. Still sitting up nice and tall. And when you're ready, exhale and very gently let your right ear start to sink towards the right shoulder. The right shoulder is not reaching up or tense. We're allowing it to stay relaxed. and gently allowing the left side of the neck to release. Take a few breaths here. And on an inhale, come up. Reach the right arm up and release. We'll go to the other side. Left arm, inhale, reach up. Exhale, place the left hand to the right side of the head, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, reaching up through the crown of the head towards the ceiling, and exhale very gently, allowing the left ear, the left side of the head, to start to sink towards the left shoulder. And breathe. Take a couple more breaths. I love to take plenty of time and warm up the neck and warm up the back before proceeding into legs or abdominals. It's just a big part of my practice. When you're ready, inhale, come back up to center, reach the left arm up to the ceiling, and exhale, release it down. Okay. Now we're going to inhale both arms overhead, reach up, and as we exhale, clasp the fingers over the head, interlace the fingers, and turn your palms either forward or, if you can, face them towards the ceiling. And inhale, reach up, and if you can, try to pull yourself up out of your sit bones. Try to elongate the spine here. We're reaching up and creating space between our intervertebral discs. Now, I just realized I am engaging a little Mula Bandha right here, and it's something that I do to stay attuned with my low spine. I'm very cautious doing yoga in this sense, and I do engage my Mula Bandha quite a bit, and the Uddiyana Bandha as well, just to make sure that I'm feeling where my spine is and kind of helps me check in with it. So I'd love to have you focus on your breathing here, but if you are if you're having back pain, you might like to engage your bandhas, perhaps Mula Bandha, on your exhale. We'll do one more inhale. Reach up overhead, nice and tall, and on the exhale, release your arms down to the sides. We're going to take a side stretch. Inhale the left arm up. Inhale, sit up tall. Place the right hand on the ground next to you and melt over, opening up the left side body. And take a couple of breaths here. And when you're ready, inhale, come back up, release the left arm to the side, and we'll get the other side. Inhale, the right arm up, and exhale, opening up the right side body, and leaning over to the left. You can really feel your right rib cage expand in this position. So if you can, take a nice deep breath and allow your ribs to expand in this extra space you're giving them. One more nice inhalation and reach up and release down. Okay, we're going to do a seated cat-cow position. I didn't mention it, but you can be sitting in a chair if that's more appropriate for you. You can be cross-legged, or you can be sitting in hero's pose like myself. Please do whatever is comfortable for you. And if your pain is active, stop if you're feeling uncomfortable. But if you want to try, sitting in a chair might help ease any discomfort while we're doing these postures. Okay. Wherever you're seated, hands are on the tops of your thighs, Inhale, reach the heart forward and begin to arch the back. Exhale, back to center, and now arching the back. Breathing into the back body. Inhale, heart forward, shoulders back, arch, maybe look up. And inhale. Exhale, rounding the back, stretching into the space between the shoulder blades. You can look down if that feels good. One more time. Inhale, arch the back, look up. Exhale, round. And if it feels good, look down. All right, back to center. We'll take a twist, gentle twist. If you have back pain, then it is my strong recommendation that you engage Uddiyana Bandha at the least, if not Uddiyana Bandha. So lift the pelvic wall and scoop the low tummy, okay? If you can, engage Uddiyana Bandha as well. So we're doing this deep internal stabilization of the low back. Twists can be dangerous if the low back is not stable. It needs to be stable and grounded. Make sure you're sitting in a position where you can feel your sit bones and you do feel stable in your seat before we begin. When you're ready, take the left hand and place it behind you, or you can place it on the back of your chair if you're sitting in a chair. Place the right hand on the top of your left thigh, left knee. Inhale. Sit up nice and tall. Exhale. You're engaging your bandhas as you take this twist very gently. Twisting to the left. As we inhale, we reach up through the crown. We sit up nice and tall. And as we exhale, we see if we can twist a little deeper into this posture. We'll just take 2 more breaths here. Inhaling and reaching up. And exhaling, twist, engage your bandhas. And on the next inhale, revolve back gently to center. And now we'll take this twist on the other side. So right hand behind your seat, on the back of your chair, left hand top of the knee, top of the thigh. Inhale, sit up nice and tall, looking forward. You can imagine that there is a string reaching up through the top of your head, up to the ceiling, lifting you up nice and tall. Inhale. And before you twist, as you begin to exhale, engage those bandhas, engage the low bandhas, scoop the low abdomen, and twist to the right. Inhale, sitting up tall. Exhale. If it feels appropriate, you can deepen this twist. Take a couple of more breaths here. Inhaling, sitting up tall. Exhaling, engage your bandhas and twist. And on your next inhalation, come back to center. All right. We're going to take staff pose. And you can use blocks here if you like. You can use a strap if that helps, okay? Extend your legs in front of you, okay? And if you're in a chair, you can do 1 foot at a time using a strap, okay? You want to place your hands on the ground next to you. If you need to, use hands on fingertips, or if you have blocks, use your blocks. The feet are flexed, toes are pointing towards the ceiling, and we are engaging our legs. Legs are strong. slight inward rotation to the thighs, a little bit of space between your feet and your legs. Okay, and here I invite you to engage Mula Bandha and or Uddiyana Bandha. We want to sit up tall. If this is too difficult, you can take a blanket and roll it up and place it under your knees to help take pressure off the low back to allow you to sit up tall. Otherwise, we're pressing the ankles into the floor, reaching through the soles of the feet, sitting up tall, shoulders are down, heart is forward. You can give a small tuck to the chin and imagine again that there's a string pulling you up through the top of your head. We don't want to slouch. We don't want to slouch to get our hands on the floor. If you need to, come up on your fingertips. A couple more breaths here. On the exhale, you can engage your bandhas. This is an active pose. We're getting ready to do our sun salutations. I'm doing them at night. So like moon salutations. Okay, one more breath. And when you're ready, you can make your way to table. From table, we're going to do cat-cow. So your wrists are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips, spine is neutral, and on the inhale, you start to arch your back, reach the heart down and forward, and if it feels good, look up. Exhale, begin to press into the space between the shoulder blades, round the back, maybe look down. Inhale, again, arch the back, heart forward, and maybe look up. Exhale, round the back. You can scoop the abdomen here. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, arch the back, look forward, heart forward. Exhale, round the back, pressing into the hands, pressing, stretching into the space between the shoulder blades. Exhale. And come back to a neutral back. All right. All right, from here, let's see, for some reason, I'd rather do it this direction. All right, so we're moving into our salutation series. We're going to do the salutation series entirely on the ground. So this makes it much more accessible for a lot of people, but there is still plenty of room here to work and engage with your tapas and burn away your karma and strengthen and tone. We are increasing heat at this portion of the series. So from table, I want you to bring your left leg forward into a low lunge. You can come into a box lunge, so you don't have to go very deep. Or you can elongate. You can take your knee back or bring your foot forward and create more space here. You can stay down on your hands, or you can come up to one knee. Take a deep breath here. Release. One more deep breath. And make your way down to top of a push-up. I'm going to be doing a modified top of a push-up. Okay, if you don't have any back pain, feel free to do the full top of a push-up. We are working up to this. We are going to be doing plank poses in our next series. Okay, so inhale, look forward, and exhale, slowly lower down. Okay, if you're experiencing back pain, then perhaps just come into a sphinx position. Bring your elbows under your shoulders, heart forward, look forward. If you feel good or you don't have any back pain, you can press your hands underneath your shoulders and press up to a low cobra, or you can go full cobra if you like. Inhale, exhale. We'll hold this for a little while, not too long, just a few breaths. And one more inhale. On the exhale, you can press back to puppy pose. We are creating space in the spine here, space between the vertebrae. You bring your heart towards the floor. You press your hands into the floor to take puppy. Or you can go back to downward facing dog, in which case knees come off the floor. You reach through your hands, through your palms, into the floor, pressing through, strengthening and elongating through the shoulders. You can pedal here. Take a couple of breaths. And when you're ready, come down to table and bring your right foot between your hands. And whatever kind of a lunge you did on the other side, go ahead, take it here on the right side, and we're going to stay here for a couple of breaths. You can stay low, or you can bring your hands up to your knees. And when you're ready, hands come down, and we'll go back to table. We'll quickly take a cat-cow. So inhale, inhale and exhale. Make sure that your wrists are well placed underneath your shoulders. Knees are underneath the hips. And we'll take our cat-cow. Inhale, arch the back, heart forward. And exhale, arch the back. Stretch into the space between the shoulder blades. Curl the tailbone and scoop the abdomen. Inhale, heart forward, arching the back, maybe look forward. Exhale, round the back. One more inhale. And exhale. And we will come back. Where are we? Come back to a neutral back, and now we're going to bring the right foot between the hands. You can repeat the same type of lunge that you did before. If that felt good and you like, you can deepen your lunge here. You can take your hands off of your knee. You can bring hands to prayer. You can bring hands to your hips. You can interlace hands behind your back if you have good balance, and open up your chest a bit. Inhale here and exhale, and take a few breaths. Weight is evenly distributed. You're pressing into the heel of the front foot, opening up the left hip. Heart is reaching forward. Spine is tall. And when you're ready, bring your hands down to the ground and come back to top of a push-up. And we'll take our vinyasa here. You can lower down slowly, or you can come down right away if that's more appropriate. And you can press up into Sphinx pose, baby cobra, or cobra pose. Take a couple of breaths here. If it feels good, look up. And when you're ready, you can press back to puppy or downward facing dog. Take a few breaths. And when you're ready, Inhale your left foot forward, and whatever lunge you did on the right side, repeat on the left side. And we'll take a few breaths here. When you're ready, make your way back to table. We're going to take a balance. And here I invite you to engage bandhas again. You can take this balance just by lifting one arm off the floor. If that is easily achievable and you want to do more of a challenge, then you can extend the opposite foot. And if you're able to, you can lift the opposite foot off the floor. We're going to begin lifting the left arm, and if you're going to take this balance with the opposite leg, you'd be lifting, extending, and possibly lifting the left leg. So find your balance. Your wrists your right wrist is under your shoulder. Left knee is under the left hip. And on your exhale, engage your bandhas. You're reaching forward through this left hand. You're reaching forward in space. If your right leg is raised, then you are reaching backwards through your right heel. And remember to engage your bandhas on your exhalation. And when you're ready, come down. We'll take one cat-cow. Just quickly inhale, reach the heart forward, arch the back, and exhale, round the back, possibly look down, and come back to a neutral table. All right, now we're going to just go right into left lunge. Bring the left leg forward between the feet. You can repeat what you've been doing. You can deepen the posture again. I'm going to take Kali Mudra and raise hands over the head. You can keep hands open and raise them over the head if that feels good. If your hands are over the head, just pay attention to your shoulders, that they're working down and away from your ears. You're pressing into that left front heel, stabilizing the front left leg, and you're opening the right hip. Take a few breaths here. And when you're ready, make your way down to top of a push-up. And either come down or slowly lower down. If you need a break now or at any point, you can make a pillow with your hands and just relax. This is tummy time. Just coming down and relaxing right here. You can turn your head to one side. And if you do, make sure you turn your head the other way. All right. If you want, take the back bend of your choice. Heart forward. If it feels good, look up. Shoulders are down and away from the ears. You can press back in a child's pose if you want to take a break. Or you can come up to puppy. Or downward facing dog. Heels are reaching towards the ground, pressing through the pads of your palms, possibly looking down on the floor or looking between your hands. Hips hips are reaching towards the, how do I say this, the corner in the ceiling between the wall that's behind you and the ceiling. You're reaching towards the corner in the ceiling behind you. All right, and when you're ready, come down to table and bring the right foot forward. Again, just repeating what we did on the other side. We're almost done with this series. Take whatever you took on the other side. In order to be effective in engaging the abdominals, we do want to heat the body first. And sun salutations do so many wonderful things for the body. So we're preparing the body to do the toning work that we're about to do. When you're ready, come back to table. And we'll take a few cat-cows. Inhale, heart forward, look forward. Arch the back, exhale, round the back, pressing into the space between the shoulder blades. Look down if that feels good. You can engage the bandhas on your exhale if that feels good. Inhale, arch, look forward if that feels appropriate. Exhale, round the back. One more time. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, round the back. Scoop the abdomen. Exhale fully and come back to table. One more round. All right, right lunge forward. You can take the lunge of your choice. If you want, you can lift that left knee off the ground. But feel free to keep the left knee on the ground. Again, feel free to take a break and rest at any point. Couple of breaths here. Shoulders are down and away from the ears, wherever you are. All right, and hands to the ground, come back to top of a push-up. And if you can, slowly lower down and press back into the back bend or rest of your choice. And when you're ready, press back to downward facing dog or puppy or child's pose. And whatever lunge you did on the right side, repeat it now on the left. So pressing into the heel of the left foot. Weight is distributed evenly between the front leg and the rear leg, grounding through this front foot, front leg, opening the right hip. And when you're ready, make your way back to table. And again, we're going to take the balance now on the other side. This time we're going to be raising the right hand and reaching forward. And if you take the balance with the leg as well, you'll be extending or lifting the left leg. On your exhale, engage your Mula Bandha, and if you can, your Uddiyana Bandha. Couple more breaths here. And come out of the pose. All right. So now we're going to do a plank series. And planks can be a challenge if you have back pain. But so how many of the abdominal exercises pose a challenge. Again, this is not the most moderate exercise that we could do, or the most moderate asana series we could do, but it is intended to be thoughtful for anyone who has back pain. So I am saying right now, if your back pain is more prominent at this time, you might want to skip over this. Perhaps watch the sequence and you can come back to it or practice it on your own when your pain is more moderate or mild. In order to practice this safely, you do want to engage the abdominals, and you want to be strong enough to engage arms and legs so that you're really able to keep pressure off of your back. It's like we'll revert to putting pressure on the back doing plank poses if we're not engaged in the abdominals, in the upper body, and through the legs. So we are going to do some back bends after this if you want to skip forward, and I can put a timestamp. But here we go. We're going to do a set of plank poses. Okay, so we're just going to start off by going into plank. So it's like top of a push-up. You can come to top of a push-up. Okay, if you want to modify, you can do a plank on your knees. We bring the elbows down under the shoulders. Okay, I'm going to come up on my feet. I am reaching through the heels, pressing through into the elbows and arms, grounding the upper body through the arms, and reaching energy through the legs, strong legs. And on the exhale, engaging the bandhas. I don't know about you, but for me, this is serious work. Whenever you're ready, you can come out of this. We'll take a quick vinyasa. So, top of a push-up, slowly lower down, and take a back bend of your choice. I'm going to go easy here and do a Sphinx pose. Take a few breaths. And press back into puppy or downward facing dog. I'm going to save my energy for this, so I'm going to press back into puppy. Or you can come into child's pose if this is a good time to take a break. Pressing actively through the hands. Shoulders are moving away from the ears. The seat is lifted, raised toward the ceiling, creating space in between the vertebrae. And get ready to do plank number 2. We're going to come to the right side. I guess I'll turn around. I'm going to come to the right side. Or if that is too difficult, you can repeat the plank that we did. You can just do that. We're going to do 4 sets in total. This is set number 2. You can come into plank and see if you can make your way to a right side plank. Okay? We're not on our elbows now. The arms are fully elongated. We're reaching energy, engaging the glutes, creating this line in the body, this line of energy. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Engage the bandhas on your exhalation. And when you're ready, make your way down. Come to top of a push-up. Come down to the ground. Take the back bend of your choice. You can rest here, or if you want to take the back bend, you can also rest when we go into downward facing dog or puppy pose. Heart forward, shoulders moving away from the ears. And breathe. When you're ready, press back. I am pressing back again into puppy. But feel free to take a downward dog here if you're up for a little more of a challenge. All right, and we are going to get the side plank on the left side. So you can make your way from plank pose, but your arms are going to be fully extended. You can twist so that the side of your foot, of your left foot, is pressing into the floor. You can cross this right foot over and kind of anchor yourself with your feet. And breathe. Stabilize by engaging your bandhas on the exhalation. Couple more breaths here if you can stand it. Come out of it at any time if you need to. And make your way to top of a push-up or take a break at any point. Calm down. Take the back bend of your choice or rest. And press back into puppy or downward facing dog. All right. Come back to table. Are you ready to do one more with me? Or have you had it? Because you can take tummy time. You can go to child's pose. You can do anything you like. I'm going to do one more. This is hard work for me, and I'm a yoga teacher. So if you're doing this, be sure to congratulate yourself when you're done. Plank pose. Elbows under the shoulders. And when you're ready, come up on your toes, reaching through the soles of the feet, energy through the legs, scooping the tummy and engaging the bandhas on your exhalations. Couple more breaths. And come out. And why don't you take a child's pose or whatever kind of relaxed pose feels good. You can come down and rest on your tummy. I'm going to make a pillow with my hands and do what they call tummy time for the little babies. This right here is a great posture. I try to do this at least every day, at least once a day, to help nourish my intervertebral discs and keep the spine healthy. Take a few deep breaths and relax. We've done a lot of work. We've got one more series before we cool down and go into Shavasana. If you have your blocks, you can use them here. When you're ready, you can press back to table, make your way into a seated position. All right. Bring your feet onto the floor. Okay, and make your way into a supine position. Knees are bent, feet are pressing into the floor. Let me check my agenda here. Okay, so if you would like to take a supported bridge pose, you can do that here. We're going to do several rounds. So you can take supported bridge at any time. It could be nice to take a supported bridge in the first round of bridges. If you feel up to it, you can take a bridge without the support. But if you want, you can put your block underneath your sacrum, the lowest part of your back here, okay? Sacrum and low lumbar. It can be flat or it can be raised. All right, if you're taking bridge pose, engage the glutes, lift up, reaching the hips towards the ceiling. Bring the shoulders back and down. You can clasp your hands and press into the floor with your arms and hands if that feels good. Or you can just hold your arms down on the ground. We'll take a few more breaths here. And slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, lower down. And we're just gonna relax. Turn your feet, pigeon toe your feet. So you turn your toes in a little bit and clunk your knees together. And just rest here for a few breaths. Stay here as long as you like. But when you're ready, we're going to bend our knees, lift our feet off the ground. Legs are making a 90-degree angle with the floor. Well, legs are perpendicular to the floor. The angle at your knees is 90 degrees. Okay? And we're going to inhale in this position, and on the exhale, I want you to lower your right foot slowly towards the ground. See if you can hover your foot above the ground and engage your bandhas. Inhale, bring the right leg up to meet the left. Let's take a breath here. And on your next exhale, lower that left leg, extend, reaching energy through the leg, through the sole of the foot, and see if you can just hover that left foot over the ground. And then inhale, come back to this 90 degrees here at your knees. And when you're ready, join me and we'll move with the breath. So we exhale, the right leg down. Inhale, bring the right leg to meet the left leg. Exhale, the left leg down. Engage your bandhas on the exhale. Make your knees meet again, and exhale, the right foot down. Reach through that right foot. Inhale. Exhale, the left foot down. Engage your bandhas at the bottom of your breath. Inhale. Exhale, the right foot down again. Inhale, right foot back. And now exhale. Elongate that left leg. Engage bandhas at the bottom of your breath. Inhale, legs meet. Exhale, the right leg down. Reach through the sole of the foot. Engage bandhas at the bottom of the breath. And one more time, bring that left leg down. Engage your bandhas. And bring the legs back together. You can rest here. You can rock your knees around if that feels good. You can do a happy baby if you know what that is, if that feels good. You can roll here and give a massage to your low back. If you go one direction, then switch and go the other way. Okay, and now we're going to get ready to take another bridge. This time, we're going to do a dynamic bridge, very low bridge. Just going to do small tucks, moving with the breath. So inhale, we're on the ground. Exhale, scoop and lift the seat off the ground, okay? And engage your bandhas at the bottom of the breath. Inhale, come back down. Exhale, scoop, pressing through the heels. Engage the bandhas at the bottom of the breath. And inhale, release. Inhale, little dynamic bridge. Scoop the abdomen. Exhale, release. Inhale, release. Exhale, lift. And engage bandhas at the bottom of the breath. Inhale, release back down to the ground. We'll do a few more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, release. Exhale, tilt the pelvis. Engage the bandhas. Exhale, release. Inhale. I'm sorry, guys. Exhale, tilt the pelvis. Lift the seat off the ground. Inhale, release. Let's do two more. Exhale, tilt the pelvis. Inhale, release. Exhale, tilt the pelvis one more time. Seat is off the ground. And inhale, release. Go ahead and clunk your knees together if that feels good. And breathe. Okay. All right, we're going to do, you can repeat what we did last time, or you can do the crunch version, which means you would be taking a twist. I'll show you how to do it. Okay. I'll begin by lowering the left leg on my exhale, and I come up and I'm going to twist my left elbow towards my right knee. Inhale, my back is back on the floor and my legs are meeting again, knees over the hips. Inhale, and then exhaling the right leg down, bringing the right elbow to the left knee, engaging the bandhas at the bottom of the breath. Inhaling back to my original position. Okay? You can keep your hands under your head and just, you can lie here. Okay? Or you can take a break. Or you can join me now. Inhale, exhale, and lower the right leg, twist the right elbow to the left knee. Scoop the abdomen at the bottom of the breath. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, lower the left leg. Bring the left elbow to the right knee. Engage the bandhas at the bottom of the breath. Inhale, back to center. And move with the breath. Reach through that foot, that elongated leg. Reach energy through the leg, through the sole of the foot. If you can, engage your bandhas on the exhale. We'll do a few more. Keep moving with the breath. One more round, and then you can come back to rest in the middle. You can put your feet back on the ground, clunk the knees together. You can take a mini shavasana here if that feels good. I'm wanting to rest my hips. I don't know about you.
Okay, just take a few breaths. We've got one more round, and then, you know, we're just winding down. And it's going to be a quick wind down. So we are almost done. Okay, when you're ready, plant your feet on the ground, knees are raised to the ceiling, ankles under knees. And you can do either of the bridge poses that we did before, or you can go into a full or deeper bridge. If you want to and you're able to, you can take a wheel posture here. All right, I'm going to go into a full bridge pose, and I'll offer some variations. Please listen to your body. Your body is your teacher. Your body is always going to trump your yoga instructor. So please honor your body above and beyond any direction that a yoga instructor or hopefully anybody is giving you. The body is sovereign. Your body is the boss. Okay, when you're ready, plant the feet into the ground, press into the soles of the feet, and begin to lift the seat off the ground. Raising the hips towards the ceiling. Bring the shoulders back and down. Bring them together. If you can, squeeze them together. If you like, you can bend your elbows and place your hands on your low back, if that feels good. Otherwise, you can interlock your fingers, clasp your hands, or you could just leave arms pressing into the ground. I'm going to raise my legs. So I'm going to raise one leg here, pointing toes towards the ceiling. And I'm going to come down and get the other side. You can come out of this at any time. And when you're ready to lower down, come down gently, vertebra by vertebra. And that was our last bridge pose. Take whatever relaxation position from here that you like. Okay, one more round for abdominals, and you can do any of the dynamic postures that we've done. So you bring your legs to this 90-degree angle. You can just lower one leg at a time, okay? Or you can also come in with elbows, hands behind the head, and take a twist. If you want and you don't have any back pain, you can bring the legs up to the ceiling, and you can take the twist, or you can keep your hands on the ground and try doing the position this way. Okay? Your body is boss. I'm just giving you some suggestions, okay? When you're ready, move with the breath, and engage the bandhas. On your exhale, inhale, come back to your resting position. Exhale, bring the leg down. Try to keep it hovering off the ground, and engage the bandhas at the bottom of your breath. And just move with your breath. You can come out of this at any time. You've done a lot of work. If you want to push a little further, we can do a few more. One more set. And when you're ready, feet on the floor, clunk the knees together, relax, take a few deep breaths, and congratulate yourself. Relax shoulders away from the ears. Maybe give a slight tuck to the chin. Maybe engage your Mula Bandha, the root lock, if that feels good. But don't do anything that interferes with the breath. Relax. All right, and from here, we're going to take a cobbler pose, which is you make a diamond shape between your legs. You press your feet together. We're doing a supine cobbler. And just breathe deeply here. And allow gravity to stretch your adductor muscles. If you like, you can place hands on top of the thighs here and encourage a little more stretch. Or you can just rest your hands at your sides. All right. And when you're ready, bring your feet, plant them into the ground. Knees are pointed towards the ceiling. We're going to do supine pigeon. We'll begin, we'll take the right foot and cross it over the left knee. Flex this right foot, okay? You can stay here if this is enough of a stretch. You can come up to the toes of your left foot. If this is enough of a stretch, you're stretching your right hip, okay? Or you can come up off the ground with that left foot. You can stay here, find a good place that works for you. If you have access, you can reach your hand around beneath your knee, or if you have more access, you can reach around to the front of the knee. And breathe here. We're going to stay here for a while. Nice deep breaths. Remember to keep your right foot flexed to protect your right knee. And when you're ready, slowly release and bring that left foot down to the ground, and then release the right foot to the ground. And when you're ready, we'll take it to the other side. So left foot crossed over the right knee, flexing the left foot, and come into your stretch wherever you are. The hips hold a lot of our experiences. If you're aware of how the body remembers things. I've been trying to read the book, The Body Keeps the Score, for years. It always blows me away, and I can't get more than a quarter of a way into it. It gives me too much to think about. But my point is, the hips hold a lot of information. They hold memories. So it's important to stretch them and to maintain compassion and patience while you're stretching this part of your body. It is a sacred part of the body. And if we're patient and we work with this part of the body, it can help us, it can help foster liberation from trauma. It can help prime us to do better work if we're working in therapy, or if we're exploring independently. This part of our body can hold grievances. And it's so important to stretch it and to make time to do it right. When you're ready, release that right foot to the ground, unhook the left foot, bring it to the ground, and now release both legs down to the ground. We've got one more posture and we are done. We go into Shavasana, okay? Bend the right knee and remember to engage bandhas before twisting, especially if you have low back pain, okay? So I'm bending this knee and I'm preparing to scoop my abdomen. I'm lifting my pelvic floor before I take this left hand on top of the right knee and start to take this twist, okay? Very important to ground in this deep, essential way before twisting if you have back pain. All right, right arm is out to the side. You can look over the right arm and you can go as deeply into this stretch as feels good and appropriate. But if you are experiencing back pain, I'm suggesting be very moderate here. And when you're ready, slowly make your way back to supine position. Lower that right leg, and we'll get the other side. Bend the left knee. Extend the left arm out to the side. Place the right hand on the outer side of the left knee. Engage your bandhas, especially if you've got low back pain. And as you're ready, take the twist. And if it feels good, look out over your left hand. And when you're ready, make your way back to center, release that left leg, and it is time for corpse pose. You made it. Close your eyes. If it feels good, you can bend your knees and clunk your knees together, pigeon toe your feet. You can bend your knees at a 90-degree angle, and you can rest your legs in a chair if that feels good, okay? If you really want to, you can do legs up a wall for your Shavasana. Do whatever feels most appropriate for your back and for your state, and close your eyes. Shoulders are relaxed down and away from the ears. Relax the toes, the soles of the feet, tops of the feet, heels, and ankles. Relax the calves and the shins. Relax the knees. Relax the thighs, the hips, and the low back. Relax the lower abdomen, pelvic wall, pelvic floor. Moving up, relaxing the spine. Moving up towards the shoulders, relaxing the entire abdominal area. Now relaxing the chest, relaxing all the organs inside the chest. Send them a thank you for the seeming effortless work they do. Releasing, relaxing. Relax the clavicles and the shoulders, arms, forearms, wrists, thumbs, fingers, and palms. Relax the neck and cervical spine. Relax the throat. Relax the jaw, the tongue, the teeth, the lips. Relax the cheeks, the nose, the forehead, temples. Relax the eyes, eye sockets, eyebrows, eyelids. Relax the top of the head, the ears, the scalp, the hair follicles. Breathe here and stay as long as you like.
And thank you for doing yoga with me. Namaste.